Hello, we would be starting a new chapter in Plus One Business Studies, and the name of the chapter is Forms of Business Organization. This is chapter number 2. We can classify forms of business organization as sole proprietorship, then Hindu undivided family business, then partnership, then cooperative society, then joint stock company. So forms of business organization can be classified as sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, partnership, cooperative society, and joint stock company. The first form of business organization that we would be discussing is sole proprietorship. What is sole proprietorship? Sole means single or only, and proprietor means owner. Sole means single, proprietor means owner. So, sole proprietorship is a type of a business form in which there is only one owner. Means a sole proprietor is the one who is the only owner of the business. So, we can define sole proprietorship as a form of business organization which is owned, controlled, and managed by an individual or who is the recipient of all the profits and he bears all the risk of the business. As it is stated that sole means single and proprietor means owner, so sole proprietor means a business which is owned, controlled, and managed by a single person. He is the only owner of the business. He receives all the profits and at the same time he bears all the risk of the business. Sole proprietorship is the oldest and the simplest form of business organization. It is the oldest and it is the simplest form of business organization. It is common in the areas where personalized services are required, such as in case of beauty parlors, small scale activities like running a retail shop in a locality can be the example of sole proprietorship business. Now, this type of business is also known as sole trader or individual proprietor or individual entrepreneurship. So, the concept of sole proprietorship suggests that it is a form of business organization in which there is only one owner. Now let us discuss the features of sole proprietorship. We would be discussing the features of sole proprietorship under 6 headings. First is formation and closure. Second is liability. Third is sole risk bearer and profit recipient. Fourth is control. Fifth, no separate entity. And sixth, lack of business continuity. So these are the 6 features of sole proprietorship. Now let us discuss these 6 features one by one. The first feature, formation and closure. Sole proprietorship is very easy to start because there are no legal formalities to start it. In certain cases, there might be legal formalities, but those legal formalities are very less in number. For example, you may require a license to start a business. There is no separate law that governs sole proprietorship. It means you don't have any separate law which governs sole proprietorship. The government has not made any such law to control sole proprietorship. It can be easily dissolved. Sole proprietorship business can be easily dissolved. Dissolved means closed. That is why the word closure is used. It can be easily closed when the sole proprietor or the owner is not interested. So there is ease in formation as well as ease in closure. In short, sole proprietorship can be easily formed or easily started, and it can be easily closed without too much legal formalities. So this is the first feature of sole proprietorship. The second feature of sole proprietorship is liability. Liability means legal responsibility. Liability is a legal responsibility. So liability of the owner, that is sole proprietor, is unlimited. We have two types of liability. One is the limited liability, other is the unlimited liability. So in this case, liability is unlimited. It means that the owner is personally liable for payments of debts if assets of the business are not enough to meet all the debts. In other words, we can say that his personal property, his personal assets can be sold or can be used to pay the business debts in case the debts exceeds the assets of the firm. So liability means the legal responsibility. If the businessman has taken a loan, the loan has to be repaid from the assets of the business. If business assets are not enough to pay the loan, then the personal assets, personal properties of businessman can also be used to clear off that loan. Therefore, we can say that the liability of the sole proprietor is unlimited. Unlimited liability means if the owner's business assets are not enough to pay the loan, then the personal assets of the businessman can be used in order to clear the loan. Third feature of this is sole risk bearer and profit recipient. Means he bears the loss of the business and he also gets the profits. He don't have to share the risk and the profits with anyone. He is the owner, he is a single owner. So because he is a single owner, all the risk of the business is borne by him alone. Because he is a single owner, therefore all the risk is borne by him alone. Similarly, because he is a single owner, he receives all the profits of the business. He receives all the profits of the business. So this feature says that sole proprietorship means a single owner. He bears all the losses of the business and he also gets the profits of the business. He don't have to share those profits with anyone. The fourth is control. Now, a sole proprietor is a single owner. So he has the right to run the business and he takes all the decision by himself. He does not depend on any other person to take those decisions. He can carry out his plans without any interference from the others. So he controls the business as he likes. Number 5. No separate legal identity or entity. A sole proprietor has no legal existence. It means in the eyes of law, there is no difference between the owner and his business. In the eyes of law, business and owner are the same. Because of this, owner is held responsible for all the activities of the business. There is no separate legal identity. Means both the owner and the business are the same. Owner and business are not different in the eyes of law. In the eyes of law, owner and business are the same. So there is no separate legal identity. A businessman is held responsible for all the activities of the business. And the last feature is lack of business continuity. Lack of business continuity means the owner and the business, because they are the same identity, the death, ailment or insolvency of a businessman. If a businessman dies, if he is not well, if he is insolvent, then the business may lead to closure. So there is a lack of business continuity. The business does not continues for a very long period of time because of the death of a businessman, because of the insolvency of the businessman, because of some of the illness of a businessman, the business may lead to closure. It may close. So this is lack of business continuity.